Have you ever thought about how some teenagers end up in the darkest and most dangerous places in the world? How do kids, even younger than 18, get involved with powerful and violent drug cartels? What makes them choose such a risky and scary life? And how do they manage to survive every day, surrounded by danger? Today we're going to explore the world of some of the most evil teen cartel members and learn their stories. What drives these young people? Is it fear, money, or something else? If you want to understand this hidden world and hear real stories about teens caught in crime and violence, stay with us. And if you like these kinds of videos, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell so you don't miss any new videos from us. What is a cartel? Before we begin, it's important to know what a cartel is. A cartel is a group or gang that does illegal things, mostly dealing with drugs. They control how drugs like cocaine, marijuana, and heroin are made, moved, and sold. These cartels make a lot of money, but their work also brings violence, fear, and suffering to many people. Cartels don't only have grown-ups, they also include teenagers. These young members often work as fighters, messengers, or even killers for the cartel. How do teens join cartels? You might wonder, why would a teenager want to join a cartel? The answer is not easy. Many young people grow up poor in places where gangs are in control. They don't have good schools, jobs, or hope for a better life. Cartels offer money, power, respect, and protection. For some kids, it feels like the only way to escape their hard life. Others are forced or tricked into joining. Once they become part of a cartel, leaving is very hard. The cartel controls everything: their life, their family, and even their future. The dark side of teen cartels. Being in a cartel is not like what you see in movies or video games. It is real life, and it is very scary. Teenagers in cartels face violence every day. They have to carry guns, fight against enemies, and sometimes even hurt or kill people. They watch their friends get hurt, arrested, or disappear forever. Many of these teens lose their childhood and their chance to dream about a better future. Sadly, some even lose their lives. The most evil teen cartel members you should know about. Let's look at some real stories, the names and faces of the most dangerous teen cartel members who became known all over the world. El Ponchis, Mexico's notorious teen assassin. One of the most well-known, or rather feared, teen cartel members was a boy called El Ponchis from Mexico. He joined a cartel when he was only 14 years old. El Ponchis was forced to become a hitman, which means he had to carry out killings. Even though he was very young, he was involved in serious crimes like murder and drug trafficking that shocked many people. Later, he said he didn't have a choice because the cartel threatened his family. His story is a sad example of how violence can take away a child's innocence and childhood. Teen cartel soldiers in Central America. In countries like Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador, there are whole groups of teenagers who work as soldiers for cartels. These young fighters carry guns, fight in battles, and protect the leaders of the cartels. Many of them join because they are poor and have very few chances for a better life. A lot come from broken families and see the cartel as their new family. But this life is very dangerous, and it's very hard for them to get out once they are inside. La China, the girl who became a drug lord. Most cartel members are boys, but some girls also rise to important positions. One of them is La China, whose real name is Natalia Sanchez. She was only 15 years old when she became a key part of a cartel in Mexico. She started out as a messenger but quickly earned respect because she was smart and fearless. La China didn't just follow orders, she organized drug deals and handled the cartel's money. Her story shows that cartels don't care about age or whether you are a boy or girl when it comes to violence and power. Sadly, her life was full of danger and she lost many friends in fights with rival gangs and during police raids. El Diablito, the little devil from Venezuela. In Venezuela, there was a teenager known as El Diablito, which means the little devil. He joined a violent cartel when he was only 14 years old. No one knows his real name, but people feared him because he was one of the most ruthless young criminals in his city. El Diablito didn't hesitate to use violence. He took part in robberies, drug selling, and even murders. Even though he was so young, he led a group of other teen cartel members. His story shows how poverty and weak governments in some countries make it easier for kids to get caught up in cartels and dangerous lives. The Mara Salvatrucha, teens Central America's most dangerous gang. S13 is one of the most dangerous gangs in the world, especially in places like El Salvador, Honduras, and the United States. Many of its members are teenagers, some as young as 12 or 13 years old. These young people take part in serious crimes like selling drugs, forcing people to pay money, and even violent killings. MS-13 often forces kids to join by threatening their families or pressuring them through friends. The gang is known for its scary tattoos, and members usually wear blue and white colors. From a very young age, these teens are taught to be violent and follow the gang's rules. El Chino, Mexico's teenage drug trafficker. El Chino was only 16 years old when he started working for a drug cartel in Mexico. But unlike many other teens who were fighters, El Chino had a different job. He handled drug shipments and managed the cartel's money. His work was very risky because he had to deal with the cartel leaders and also avoid the police. He became known for being smart and fast, escaping capture several times. El Chino's story shows that some teenagers don't just fight for cartels, they also take on important and dangerous roles in the drug business. La Barbie, from teen assassin to drug kingpin. La Barbie, whose real name is Edgar Valdez Villarreal, started in a cartel when he was just a teenager in Mexico. He began as a young hitman and later became one of the most feared drug lords in the country. His story shows how violence in cartels can start at a very young age and get worse over time. La Barbie was known for being very cruel and taking part in violent fights between cartels. Even though he is an adult now, his life of crime began when he was a scared but dangerous teenager forced into violence. Why do these teens stay in cartels? Many people ask why these teenagers keep working for cartels, even though they know how dangerous it is. The truth is, many of them feel trapped with no easy way out. They live in fear because the cartels threaten to hurt their families if they try to leave. In many places, there are no schools or jobs, so they don't have other options. Some teens feel loyal to the cartel, thinking it protects them better than their own family. Also, cartels often pay much more money than any legal job they could find. Because of these reasons, many teens stay tied to a violent life they don't want, but feel they cannot escape. The impact on families and communities. When teenagers join cartels, it's not just their own lives that are affected. Families lose their sons, daughters, brothers, and sisters to violence or prison. Whole communities live in fear because of cartel fights and police raids. Schools sometimes have to close and businesses shut down, making life unsafe for everyone around. Parents often feel powerless and sad because they can't protect their children from the dangers of the cartels. What governments and organizations are doing. Many governments and charities are working hard to help teens leave behind the dangerous life of cartels. Some programs focus on education by giving young people access to schools and training so they can learn new skills for a better future. Others offer counseling to help teens heal from trauma and change how they see their lives. Job training is also important, as it provides legal work opportunities so teens can earn money without risking their safety. Some groups even carry out rescue missions to save kids from cartels and give them safe places to live. While these programs do help many teens, the problem is very big and will take time and effort to fix completely. How we can help change the future. Each one of us can make a difference by learning about these stories and sharing them with others to help more people understand what's happening. We can support groups and organizations that work hard to protect and help young people who are in danger. It's also important to encourage teens who might be struggling to ask for help and know they are not alone. And finally, we can all do our part by spreading peace and kindness in our own neighborhood. Small actions like these can bring hope and change to many lives. The stories of these teen cartel members are sad and scary. They show us how violence and poverty can take away childhoods and dreams. But they also remind us that hope and change are possible. What can we do to help protect young lives? How can we work together to make the world safer and better for kids everywhere? Thank you so much for watching and thinking about these important questions with us. If you want to hear more stories like this, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and always remember, every young life truly matters.